No, but it had a big effect on me. And I know you talk quite a lot about burnout, so I'll tell
Yes.
you my story about burnout, because this is
Yep.
relevant
Yeah.
and shows why hybrid working can help
Uh-huh.
with that. Few examples. There was one occasion I got a telephone meeting go in my diary for 4:30 on a Friday afternoon, and normally at that time I would have been on the train home. So I said to the director who this meeting was with, given it's a telephone meeting, I'll be on the train, I'll be on the way home, but we can still do the meeting. They said, no, you won't. I'm going to ring you on your landline, your desk phone. You stay at your desk to have this telephone call. And when we're finished, that's when you can go home. And then there was another occasion I was really ill and couldn't face the commute into work and being around people. But I figured I could do some work in my pajamas at home. So I did that. I did work that didn't require systems access, just on my own device. Following day, I was okay, went back into the office and got grilled by my manager about how ill were you really? Why couldn't you come into the office? What kind of work did you really do? Where's the evidence of this? So all of that was going on.
This was in your HR role, right?
Yeah, I was in a senior HR role at this point. And this is around the time that my wife got pregnant with our fourth child.
Right.
And my wife's pregnancies are all quite similar. In the first couple of months, she's very, very sick.
Right.
There's quite severe morning sickness that actually lasts the full day.
Right.
One of the things that makes her sick is cooking food. She can't be around cooking hot food.
Well, I know it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the smells, yeah. And many people listening to this will know this too. So she couldn't cook meals, so I needed to do more of that. It also meant that because she was being sick an awful lot, she couldn't do all the school runs that we needed to do, because she needed to be close to a toilet in case she was needing to use it.
Yeah.
So I needed to do more of those as well. And I asked at work whether, at least temporarily, I could adjust my working pattern, adjust my working times, but I was told no. I was a senior leader, I needed to set an example, and that kind of pressure came with the job.
Yeah.
So that wasn't good either. And then I used my mum to do some school runs to help us out for a while. But then my mum got diagnosed with ovarian cancer, which a couple of years later she died from, but this was the very early stages.
Yeah.
She was having chemotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was in that week of chemotherapy, she was confined to bed. She couldn't do any school runs either.
Yeah.
So we had nobody. And I asked again at work, just temporarily, now and again, can I vary my working pattern, work location? I was told, no way could I do that. Then there was another time where, on one of those days where we had no one to do the school run, I had to do it. I had a meeting go in my diary for 9:30 in the morning, and I knew that I couldn't physically get there until 9:40, so I was going to be 10 minutes late. I told the organiser of the meeting, I'm going to be 10 minutes late. They said fine, and I was 10 minutes late. Later on that day, I was called into my manager's office and given a grilling, told, you shouldn't be late for work, you need to sort your life out so you can get to work when you need it, that type of thing. And it was awful. I was angry, Julie, really angry, and I'd leave the house before anybody else was awake. I'd make breakfast for it and arrange it around the room for them so they could get it when they got up, so I didn't see them. I'd get home from work, and because my wife wasn't able to cook food, they wouldn't have eaten, so they'd be starving, and they'd be angry at being hungry.
Yeah.
And it was my fault, and everybody was angry with me in all aspects of my life. And I lost weight, my performance suffered, my mental health suffered, all because of a lack of hybrid working.